you been, but come on in, because now you my friend. You might as well go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because you stuck with me now. Don't try to back out. Come on in here. All right, y'all. To my Royal Castle visitors, welcome. Thank you for joining me. For my family members, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm a little bit early today, y'all. Listen, I got to go home. I got stuff to do. Y'all already know I'm up here Monday through Fridays, encouraging, motivating, and reminding somebody, anybody, and everybody to please take your medicines as prescribed by your physician. Okay? Take your medicines as prescribed by your physicians. Please do me a favor, if y'all would be so kind, and get this video a thumbs up when you get in the come on. All you got to do is double tap the screen. Even if you don't want to look at me the whole time, that's fine. Double tap the screen. But you're going to like that part right here. Faithful 5, what's up, sweetheart? Good morning. You are the first one in the car. You my co-pilot today, girl. Oh, yep. You is it. Good morning, sweetie. All occasions, you second. Come on in the house. Hey, y'all. It's Friday, TGIF. Y'all, when I told y'all, when I take it tell y'all, it's Friday, and I'm so, can I tell y'all how thankful I am? Ha! If I ain't tell y'all, I'm telling you the truth right now. I am so glad it's Friday. Even though the week seemed like it flew by fast, I'm so glad it's Friday. Guess what, y'all? I done worked all week, now I got to work the weekend. Y'all already know what it is. You know what it is. You already know what it is. Judy, good morning, cutie Judy in the house. Say good morning, Sean, everyone. Good morning, cutie Judy. What's going on? Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I'm driving, okay? So sometimes I'm not gonna be able to read y'all comments. Sometimes I can't even see them. I ain't gonna lie. The sun be so bright. But y'all know I can't respond sometimes. But I want y'all to know that I do appreciate y'all coming in. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. All that other stuff. But stick and stay right there. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna have some fun in a few minutes. I hope, anyway. I know it's funny to me, y'all. It's funny, but it ain't funny. Y'all ready? It's funny, but it ain't funny. My assistant secretary be in here in a little bit. My madam secretary gonna be in here in a little bit. So y'all will get for y'all incognito people that's in the clouds. First of all, let me say good morning to y'all again. Rules and regulations when it comes to this channel over here. We are motivated, positive, uplifting, and supportive channel over here. I try my best. I try my darnest not to have animosity, no kind of judgmental, no kind of lashing out. I ain't got time for that. I'm too old for all that right there. So we try to keep it positive over here. Uplifting and supportive is what we do. Positivity is all I know. Okay, I don't know all that other stuff. But anyway, y'all will like it over here. So listen, let's see who else is here. Lady J, is that you? What up, Lady J? She came to stay. Hey, Lady J has come to stay. Good morning, Lady J. What's up, sweetheart? Faithful Fire Design said off third shift. Girl, when I tell you know how it is with this third shift, right? Look, I ain't got to take and tell you, because you already know. Honey, third shift ain't no joke. It ain't. I just, yeah, shift ain't for the weak, y'all. It ain't for no punks, I can tell you that. Okay, y'all know I ain't gonna be able to see nothing right now. But anyway, y'all come on. Listen, today is Friday, TGIF. I don't know how many it say, 40 watching or 10 watching. I don't know how many it say. I can't see. I just see something and a zero. But however many it is, if y'all would do me a favor and go ahead and double tap that screen, ring that royal doorbell. That means double tap that screen and get a video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. I promise y'all, I don't know nobody that appreciate it even more. But anyway, y'all got what I'm saying. Let TGIF, y'all, thank God it's Friday. Y'all know that my mind is going a mile a minute. It's going, I'm trying to tell y'all, my mind is in overflow, because I got to think of what I got to do. I'm trying to think of what I need to do. I'm trying to think of where I want to go. I need to think about where I need to go or not to go. I just got a lot going on. But I'm going straight home today, y'all. I got to go straight home because my supervisor is at the house, and I got him doing my candy apple mixture for me. So here we go to my assistant secretary and to my madam secretary, or any one of y'all that's in my chat. Feel free to put this down here, because our subject today is Flop Fridays. FLOP, Flop Fridays. That's what it is, y'all. Flop Friday. F-L-O-P. Friday. Flop Friday. I can see a name, but I can't. Oh, that's Bourbon Bubblegum. What's up, Madam Secretary? Go to sleep. No, you wait. You out there had you enough sleep. I pray to God. I pray to God you got you enough per thing that I ain't got time to explain that. My brain is too tired from being tired all week. Can I tell y'all? These candy apple been whooping my butt this week. If I can be honest with y'all, these candy apple been whooping my butt this week. So Flop Friday, here it go. Bourbon, you ready for this? Not only are you seeing things and doing things that you be like, what the devil? Let me tell y'all what happened to me yesterday. So me and my daughter was at the house, and y'all know I got these candy apple orders, so I got to get these candy apple orders out no matter what, right? So me and my daughter at the house, and we washing candy apples. I washed them Tuesday. Yeah, I washed them Tuesday. So they was ready to be dipped by yesterday. So we in there, I done made the candy apple mixture. Actually, y'all, I used, so do y'all that's doing the oh Lord, I'm stuck in traffic, something. Y'all that's using the candy apple mix that's in the box, even if the date says that it's good, please make sure, be careful, because I can tell y'all, I had 2 boxes of that candy apple cake mix. Not candy apple cake mix. The candy apple mix, I can't even talk. That was so clumpy and bumpy and lumpy. Anyway, my husband swear that I burnt it, y'all. I didn't. I promise y'all. I had my thermometer in there, but this is where the flop came in. So we washing the apples, drying the apples. They ready to be dipped. I got them lined on my parchment paper. So make sure y'all using parchment paper or Greek. Make sure you, even though you're using wax parchment paper, make sure you still spray it. Well, I know I did. I still sprayed mine with some cooking spray, okay? And I use a baster to kind of make sure that I brush it all over there, because the last thing I need, this one candy apple be sticky. But anyway, here go the flop, y'all. Y'all ready? So I partially done told y'all, but the candy apple mix, 2 boxes of it was hard and clumpy. I stood in that kitchen the whole time. And now, let me tell y'all, it is a process. When they say it's a process, that's no lie. When you're doing candy apples, it is a process, because it take a while for that candy to get to that 300 state, okay? Anyway, you mix, put it up there, and I put it on the stove. Me and my daughter drying apples. I'm watching it. I did a video while I was doing it. Y'all will see on my video if you watched it, where I tell y'all I got to watch this candy. I go over there to the stove to make sure, that it ain't burning. Make sure it ain't, get to the temperature really quick. Anyway, I kept my eye on it. Do y'all know, when we pulled it off the stove, this is no lie. No, let me tell you. Hold. Back up, Shawn. While I was doing the candy apple mix, y'all know how you got your candy thermometer in there. So if you don't have a candy thermometer, please get you one, unless you're a professional. And I ain't that professional that I don't need one, so I got 2 now. And I'm going to get some more, just so y'all know. Okay. But anyway, had my candy thermometer in there. I go to move my candy thermometer over a little bit, because y'all know that little red line, you can't hardly see it, because you got to stand a certain way and look a certain way. It's almost like that doggone thermometer is playing hide and go seek. When you're trying to find that little red line, you got to peep and move and bend over. Anyway, I went to move my candy thermometer, y'all, not once, twice. And the whole candy thermometer fell in the candy mixture. Right when it was getting to the hard crack stage, y'all, I done burnt this finger. Y'all see I got this one burnt. Now I done burnt this one and the palm of my, and down here. So be very, 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 when I tell y'all, be very, 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 very careful. If I can't stress that enough, if you are doing these candy apples, and I'm telling y'all, be very, very careful. I put my thermometer on my pot, before I even turned my pot on, thought I had it adjusted right where I can bend down and see the line when it go up and something. I don't know if it turned. I don't know what happened, y'all. But I did it once, and I'm like, let me move this so I can see it. It fell right in that doggone hot boiling water and sugar. Y'all know how that is. That's worse than grits. I'm telling y'all what I know. So it fell up in there, y'all. I had to hurry up and get some tongs, and I tried to, like a fool, reach in there. That's how I did this, to get it out. Wasn't thinking, burnt my finger. So I finally got smart enough. I said, daggone it. So I kept I keep a measuring cup with water right beside it. So I put it in there. Y'all, it wasn't no help for it. Both times. Well, the first time, it was so hard. I ended up taking it over to the sink and you know, washing it off, trying to get all that candy and stuff off. I got it off. And I think that's where, in the process, this flop fried is what happened, y'all. By the time I put it back on the pot again, evidently the reading wasn't right. It didn't read right, because I set it back up there and the temperature went back up. But evidently it was harder than I thought it was when it fell the second time, y'all, because I burnt my during. I didn't even notice. This is the truth. I dipped the apples. I told my daughter, I said, oh yeah, these are dark red. Well, I'm thinking that's good. That's good, right? Y'all, until I dipped about the last 3 apples, I was like, this smell burnt. I said, you smell that? She said, yeah, I do. I said, this can't be burnt, y'all. I'm thinking it can't be burnt. I used the candy thermometer, y'all. Candy apple mix just as burnt as me. I'm telling y'all, the candy apple mix was burnt. So y'all, guess how many apples? And I'm guessing that I'm gonna tell y'all right. Lita be up here, she probably can tell y'all for sure. But guess how many apples I messed up? About 33 apples. Y'all hear me? About 33. Wait, it gets better than that, Bourbon. You did this to me. I'm blaming Bourbon Bubblegum for this. So I'm thinking, I tell my husband, because he won't home. I tell my husband, I said, when he got home, I said, taste this and see if it tastes burnt. Because I cut into it and, you know, I could taste it. I said, oh, man. So he said, yeah, you can look at it and tell that it's burnt. I said, it didn't look burnt to me. I just thought it was a dark red. Y'all ain't gonna lie. That's how slow I am sometimes. So he said, yeah, that's burnt. So I'm thinking, man, I don't want to throw away no 33 apples from no doggone burnt candy mix. It's got to be a way to salvage my apples so that my, you know, I don't have to, y'all know how much 33 apples cost? That's some money. I just wasted some money. Anyway, let me tell y'all how smart I thought I was, right? So I'm thinking, how can I salvage my apples without messing them up to get that burnt candy out there so I can use them apples again? Well, let me tell y'all something. Don't ever try it unless you know a secret. And I may know another secret right now, but I haven't tried it, so I ain't really saying it's a secret because I don't know. But I'm going to tell y'all what I did, but don't you ever do. So what I did with my smart self was I put some more hot water back on the stove, some boiling water, y'all, back on the stove. I did that. I know. Y'all pray for me. Flop Friday. It was a flop. I put the apple back in there. Now listen here. It got the candy off there, y'all, because I put it in that boiling water, let it boil some, took it over to the sink, put some cold water on it, and then it just peeled off like butter. I'm going to tell you it did. But y'all, it cooked my apples. The first one we did, I was like, okay, that's cool, because I did it. I dipped about 4 or 5 of them, and I told me and the leader, I said, oh, they're going to be all right. That's going to be all right, because the apple was still crisp. The candy came out. The next batch, the candy came out perfect, y'all. Candy was hard, it was good and all. I dipped them apples, y'all. I cut that darn apple from putting it in that boiling water. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So the moral of the story is, today is a flop. It was a flop. Actually, it was flop 2 days, Thursday and Friday. And the reason why I'm saying this flop Friday, because I got to go home and get rid of all them right there because they not no good. I did 33 of them like that, thinking I was saving my apple. Don't ever do that. I know y'all shaking y'all head, and I know some of y'all are smarter than I am, but mind your business. I'm trying to help somebody else out that might try that too. So what I'm gonna tell you to do is, if you ever do it and you don't notice that your candy is burnt, like I did not notice in the first 25 that the candy, it didn't smell burnt at all until I got to the last 3 or 4, and that was off the stove. It wasn't even on the stove. So anyway, if you ever notice that, now this one I haven't done, but I did some research while I was on my lunch break, and what it says was, instead of me putting the apple in the boiling water, and I know y'all smart, so I know y'all already putting it in the comment section, right? Too late. You should have been up last night when I was trying to research it. But what I should have did was had some boiling water in a pot and just held them over the steam of the water and let it soften up and just peeled it off like that. No, me with my smart self, I put them in the water, y'all. I must thought I was making some apple pie. Matter of fact, thank you, Holy Ghost. Because I'm going to tell man, we're going to take them same apples. I'm not getting rid of my apples. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. Since I done halfway cooked them, they good to go. We can make an apple pie or something. We're going to make something. We're going to make an apple pie or something. But I'm not getting rid of no 33 apples, just throwing my apples in the trash can now. I'm just going to tell y'all. So what y'all think about that? Y'all think I'm going to melt that candy off of them again? So that's some more money. So I'm telling y'all, for y'all that's just doing apples or wanting to do apples, so y'all can learn from the mistakes that I'm making right now, because I'm telling y'all, I'm making a lot of mistakes with these apples. My first batch came out perfect. I'm talking about the last week, all them apples was perfect, to perfection. Mwah. Yesterday, nah. Today, gonna be even more perfect, because now I know what to do, and I know what not to do, and I know how, and that's all about learning though. But it's flop Friday, y'all. That was a flop. I got 33 apples. Now I'm gonna have to go home and try to make some apple pie or something. But it won't be today, because I got some apples that I got to deliver today. So that's why I'm rushing home to get these other apples. Luckily, I had just bought another case of apples, y'all, and I had done washed them, and we washed them and dried them, so that luckily I could fill this order today. But I don't think that I'm gonna have enough now to go out and sell tomorrow. Matter of fact, I know I'm not. I'm not gonna have enough. So that put a damper on. But you know what? I always believe that, all things work together for the good of them that love God. And for some reason, if God don't want me to have enough to go out tomorrow, it is what it is. Partially, it was my own stupidity, my own fault, y'all, because I should have never went in there and touched that candy thermometer. So my thing to y'all is, if you're gonna be doing anything with candy, and you using that candy apple mix, or even if you know how to make your own mix, which I do know now how to do that, make sure that you got your candy thermometer set like you want it in the pot before you turn that pot on. Get it right, because if you ever go in there to try to adjust it once it get hot, baby, you in trouble. Unless you gooder than me. Now, y'all remember too, I ain't no cook. I don't like to cook. I don't even like the stove. I don't care if the house came without a darn kitchen. It wouldn't bother me. Without a stove, now I got to have my refrigerator, but I ain't got to have no stove and no oven, and I got to have a microwave. So I need the refrigerator and the microwave, because that's who I am. I ain't got to have no stove. But since I've been doing the candy apples, you can't do them without the stove, so I got to have a stove. So y'all, that's my dilemma. So my question to y'all is, name something or anything that you have tried to make or have made numerous of times and have had it to flop on you. Made it where you, and look, even with my husband, he's the best cook. He one of the best cooks around. I promise y'all. He one of the good, when I tell you he can cook, but he even have his bad days. But let me tell y'all what made me mad. First of all, hold on, y'all. Let me tell y'all what made me mad. Because he gonna come in there trying to clown me. Oh, you done burnt it. You done burnt it. You done burnt it. Just admit you done burnt it. You took your eyes off of it, talking on that camera. I said, I promise you, I did not burn it. I was not on the YouTube when I did it. Yes, you was. You had to be. You were doing something for the burn, y'all. I promise y'all, it had to be. Now that I think about it, it had to be in the process of both of them that candy thermometer falling twice that gave me an inaccurate reading. But like I said, when I dipped them first 25, y'all, they just looked like a dark red, but God is my witness, they did not smell burnt at all. But when I got to the bottom of that doggone pot and dipped them last 3 or 4 or 5, however many, because I was frustrated, aggravated by then. I said, what in the name of God? Girl, let me tell you something. Again, be careful if y'all making these candy apples, because that hot candy ain't finna play with your hind parts. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I got 3 burns right now. 1, look, 1, 2, and then on the bottom of my hand, right there, right up in here is burnt. I'm trying to tell you. So be careful, y'all. I'm telling y'all that for real. Be careful if you messing with that hot candy, baby. And that thermometer ain't no joke. So, yeah, that's all I can tell you. It was a flop yesterday, y'all. So now I got 33 apples. Somebody tell me though, for real, I want somebody that can cook. Now y'all that can't cook, don't y'all try to give me no advice, because y'all in the same boat as me. You can't cook and I can't cook either. So don't you try to tell me nothing. If you ain't no professional cook, I don't want to talk to you. But some of y'all that's professional cooks, can I melt that candy again, get that off their apple, and use my apples in some in an apple pie or something? Because God is my witness. I do not want to throw all my 33 or 38, however, I don't know how many. It's a whole lot of them. To me, it looked like the whole tree. It looked like the whole apple orchard to me. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's how it looked like to me. I'm like, I do not want to get rid of all my money, y'all. That's one thing I don't want to do. I do not want to have to go throw all that away. And we can't eat them. I mean, we could, but you know what I'm saying. Not now. I ain't talking about the burnt apples. I done got all the burnt candy off of them. I'm not talking about them. I made some more candy mix that came out perfect, but I did dumb by trying to recoat those apples, and they pretty, y'all. I'm gonna show them to you. They pretty. They are pretty apple, pretty coated. But the apples, when we cut into one of the apples, it was halfway baked. Not even halfway baked. No, that's a lie. It won't even halfway baked, just around the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the whole apple, but around the perimeter. I can't use them. I can't sell them to nobody like that anyway. So I need a professional to let me know if I can use them apples for some apple pie or stew them in some apple stew or something. It's got to be something I can do with them apples. It's too many of them to get rid of. But this time, like I said, even with that pretty coating that's on them now, y'all, I'm gonna have to go ahead and melt that back down. Or I'm not going to put it back in no boiling water, but y'all know what I'm saying. I'm going to have to go ahead and hold it over and heat. But that's going to take time. I'm telling y'all what I'm doing. I'm wasting a lot of time. That's some time that I could be doing something else. Y'all heard me? That's some time I could be doing something else. But since I made the mess, like I did, then I got to fix the mess. So either way, I got to do something with them. But anyway, y'all tell me something that y'all have done and it was a total flop. You know why I'm asking y'all that? Because I don't want to feel alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. Listen, I don't want to feel alone. Y'all help me out. Let me know what y'all have done. I know I ain't the only one that done some mess. I know I ain't the only one that done made a flop in the kitchen. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Don't do it. But I'm telling y'all, I want a professional to answer my question. Don't y'all amateurs answer my question, because I ain't trying to listen to none of y'all that don't even know how to boil water. If you don't even know how to boil water or boil an egg, I definitely don't want your advice. I ain't talking to you. If you ain't a cook, I'm not talking to you. Where my Crafty Leo at? That's my baby. She can cook. Tell me what I do with them apples, baby. Where she at? And if she ain't here, somebody call my niece and tell her that her auntie is in trouble. Tell her auntie is in trouble. Her auntie done made a whole 35, 38 apple mess. However many apples, y'all, I don't even know. I'm gonna count them when I get to the house so I can tell y'all the truth about the matter. Well, I ain't finna lie to y'all. Somebody call my Crafty Leo and tell her that her auntie doesn't need to stay out the kitchen, and I need to hire her to come and do all the cooking her and my husband can do. Whenever he at work, my niece can come and cook for me, because that's a hot mess. When I tell y'all a hot mess, it was more than a hot mess. What y'all done though in the kitchen? Stop playing. I know y'all professionals. Y'all ain't gonna admit to y'all stuff. I admit to what I done. What y'all done did in the kitchen that y'all done made a mess? I'm gonna read y'all comments when I get to the house. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all, I may not be able to read comments until tomorrow from this live today. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I got my husband doing my homemade mixture. Because I'm done. I'm done with that box mix. Y'all hear me? I'm done. I don't want that. Done. Because I told my husband, that's why that mess burnt the first time, that little box mess. I can't blame it on that, y'all. It was them thermometers. But be careful. Be careful. But what y'all done? Let me see. I'm on the back road. Let me see. I'm acting like I can read, y'all. You know, good and darn well I can't see nothing with these shades on and the sun shining. Stop playing with me. Thank God it's Friday, though, y'all. But now, y'all, I got to spend my Friday. And look, the bad part is, now my husband going to get aggravated and irritated with me because he got some stuff that he got to cook for catering that he got today. So now I'm going to be in his way. Y'all see how I be causing my own problems, that part, but he going to have to move over. Move over, bacon. That's what I'm going to tell him. Move over, bacon. Something new coming in the kitchen. I need to keep my happy head out the kitchen. But I be trying to beg him to do stuff for me, y'all. But he try his best to make me try to do stuff on my own. I don't know. I done told him that I'm not grown like that yet. I'm not ready to be in the kitchen by myself. I keep telling him that I'm not ready to be in that kitchen. I have not had enough training. I have not had enough training to be in that kitchen alone. He just don't understand. I bet you he got it yesterday. I bet he got, but he clowned me real bad, y'all. But I tell you, he clowned me real bad. How you gonna run the light, boy? You fat head joker. This dummy ran a red light, for real. Lord, please forgive me. I'm sorry. But he did have a fat head, I saw him. But anyway, he need to be careful not running no lights now. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen, get a video a thumbs up, because I ain't telling y'all no lie. Everything I'm telling y'all is 100% the truth. I made a hot mess. I done boiled some apples, burnt the candy apple mix, put the candy apple, put them back in the water, boiled the water, and boiled the apples to death, y'all. And then tried to recoat them with some pretty coating. And then I cut it to the apple. The apple is halfway baked. I done made a hot mess. I did. I made a hot mess. But it's going to be all right. One thing about it, it was my money that I wasted, won't nobody else's. How about that part? But who likes to waste money, Shaunt? Stop playing. I'm trying to make light of the situation, but y'all understand what I'm saying. I was really pissed off about it. And my husband just bought them. He said, what we going to do with all them apples? I said, we're going to have to eat them ourselves or something. That's a lot to try to eat. Now, I would eat them. I'm going to be honest, but I don't eat a whole lot of candy. And if my grandchildren was here, I would give them to them because, you know, they still edible, don't get me wrong, but they're not sellable. Y'all get the difference? They're edible for me and my family because, I mean, they are all right, but they're not sellable, you know? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all tell me what y'all done because I don't want to feel alone. So somebody tell me what y'all done. And I can't see nothing because that sun is right here. I can't see a thing, y'all. I can't even see if I'm froze. Am I froze? Can y'all see me moving? Okay, I can kind of see me moving a little bit. Anyway, I got to go in here and do some more apples, y'all. So I got like I was saying, I got my husband at home doing my homemade mixture for me so that by the time I get there, my apples will be ready for me to add my coloring and my flavoring in there. And I can go and dip a fresh batch. Luckily, I had another bushel of apples. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, I think my husband cursed me, y'all, because while we was at that farmer's market getting them apples, he said, you want to go ahead and get 2 bushels? I said, no. I ain't had that many sales to get no 2 bushels. I told y'all a while back, I always listen. But I'm glad I didn't. I wish I would have. No, because I would have really threw them away. And that would have been really a real waste of money then. So, no, I'm glad I didn't. Because I would have said, you know what, throw everyone on. Because I get frustrated and aggravated like that. Anybody else like that? Once I get frustrated and aggravated, if I'm done, I'm done. I would have definitely said, throw them in the trash. I got some more over there. But look at God. God is showing me, y'all, listen, even though you got plenty, you still got to be careful with what you got. That's a deep thing right there. Y'all go ahead and write that down. Even when you got plenty, you still got to be a good steward of what you already have. Stop playing with Shaunt. I told y'all yesterday, there's a life lesson in everything that you go through. It is. There's a life lesson in everything that you go through, even with something as simple as that. There was a lesson in it right there. See, God could trust me. I'm trying to tell y'all. God could trust me with stuff because I get it like right Not right then, because I would have thrown them away. But now that I had a chance to think about it, I'm like, you know what? That's right. I could do something else with them apples, baby. Them apples ain't a waste. No, baby, don't you dare throw them apples out. No, we're not doing that. You gonna get that candy now that you know how to get it off the correct way. We're gonna get that candy off, and see if we can salvage them apples by making some stewed apples or some apple pie or some apple fritters. Listen, there's plenty of recipes that you can make with stuff. I done told y'all I don't like to cook, but I can cook. Okay, don't get it twisted. I don't like to cook, but I can cook. All right, but yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell Faison we're gonna cut them apples up, and we're gonna make some apple fritters, or we're gonna make some stewed apples, or we're gonna make some apple pie. Now, either way, I'm gonna be the apple of his eye, because he gonna get tired of eating apples something or other. I'm gonna be the apple of his eye, because he gonna get tired, him and my son and my children. All this weekend, everything they gonna put in their mouth gonna have an apple taste on it. You can believe that. You can believe that. All this weekend, listen, I don't care what you do. You can dip an apple in some peanut butter. You can put some apple in some chocolate. Listen, I can make an apple pie. We can make some apple fritters. We can mix some stewed apples, or we can make some applesauce. I don't care what you do, but something gonna have some apple in it. You can take that to the BANK. Why is everybody wanting to pull out in front of me today? Why? It's flop Friday, y'all, but God is gonna fix it for me. Trust me. God gonna fix it for me. I know y'all, listen, y'all didn't even think about all that stuff that I just named. See, I'm helping somebody else out too. I know I am. I'm helping somebody else out, because I'm your girl. I got you like that. I'm your girl. I'm your sister like that. I got you, boo. I'm telling you what to do with them apples that you done messed up. Don't throw them away. Now, make you some other apple stuff. Apple fritters, apple sauce, stewed apples, baked apples, boiled apples, apple pie. I don't know what else, but y'all know what I'm saying. Did I name everything? I think I did. But anyway, I'm the apple of my husband's eye. Somebody put that in there. Yep. I'm going to be the apple of his eye. He going to get so tired of apples this whole weekend. Probably until next week. It depends on what I make with him and how much of it I make. Y'all hear me? And I'm serious. And I'm just as serious as I can be. And is. Don't think I'm playing, because I'm not. I'm going up there to that food line. I'm going to get me some pie crust. Y'all heard what I'm telling y'all? I'm going up to that food line, and I'm going to get me some pie crust. And I'm going to go on YouTube and learn how to make me an apple pie. And I'm going to make that filling. And that's what I'm going to make. Because guess what? One thing for certain, two things for sure. I do know that you can freeze the apple pie. Hello, somebody. Once you bake it, I know you can still freeze it. Am I right? I think so. Look, I'm hoping so. Somebody listen. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Just join me. Y'all just go ahead and double click that. I'm giving my home self a headache, y'all, for real. Just sitting here thinking. Sitting here counting my blessings. Yeah. Ain't no need for stressing in my life. My enemies seem like phone weapons. Yeah. But I'm protected by the blood. Protected by the love of God. Grace and mercy, all His favor, take me higher, just like skyscrapers. Cause every time I turn around, He keeps blessing me, blessing me. Look at God. He's making a way, look at God. It had to be God. Apple pie, apple fritters, apple stew, apple baked, apple boiled, apple